Empire podcast. You're here with your host, Shannon, episode 47. And I have one of my girls back again that I had way back when. It's Sian Bennett. How are you, Sian?
Hello. I am good, thank you.
To have you back on, as obviously a lot has changed, hasn't it, since our last chat?
It has. I feel like I have done a full 180 with my life since March.
We'll unpack it all bit by bit, I'm sure, but our last pod was back in March. For anyone that didn't listen to that one, it's back in episode 19. If you want to go check that one out and check this one out, you might see a bit of a change. And like I said, a lot's happened since then. We're going to dive straight into it because obviously with the change that you've made, there's a lot to talk about in that change. So we're just going to talk about it first off, and then we can just unpack it all. So you've gone from one federation to the next.
I have.
Yeah, so we're going to talk all about that. So just for anyone that doesn't know, WBFF has just recently, or WBFF Australia has just recently changed to FMG, and there's been all this stuff that's been going on, but we're going to unpack it all. I'm going to get your opinion on it because it's good to get inside maybe your head because it's been more change. So talk to us about your change from WBFF to IFBB. What's been going on there, honey?
Yeah, so I was obviously a WBFF pro and I competed last year as a pro. And then I was planning to head overseas, maybe I think it was like early next year with WBFF. But since then, I think it was after the Worlds, unfortunately, one of the competitors passed away backstage. It was handled atrociously. Obviously, I wasn't there, but this is just secondhand. It was handled atrociously, and basically the show must go on, which is disgusting. Like, you should never treat anyone like that. And obviously there was a lot of upset with that. A lot of the competitors were pretty heartbroken. Some of the competitors had to perform CPR and then were pushed back on stage 5 minutes later, which is terrifying. Like, just inhumane.
Yeah.
So obviously there was a lot of upset with that. And then there was a few other things came out. And then I'm not sure if anyone's heard of Goob. He is a very no bullshit person. And there was another girl, I think her name's Katie, another Instagram girl who they were very public with what had happened and were very upset and wanted to see WBFF or at least Paul and Alison held accountable for what had happened. And they did, and they tore up Instagram with all of the information, and everyone was backing them and basically saying this is not good enough. I got all the information through Instagram as well, and then spoke firsthand to a couple of competitors who were there at Worlds. And it was a pretty easy decision for me that I did not want anything to do with Paul and Alison Delete again.
Yeah, such a big drop, wasn't it? It was like, what the heck? And then it just unlocked all this other stuff. And if you do want to see any of the drama, guys, go check out Goob's page. It's Goob you too. He basically calls out bullshit of any kind, and this was one of the things he kind of found, and then it just unraveled, didn't it? So it was huge, but good on you for doing that, babe. There's been a few other people do that too, which has been really cool to watch. It's been fun to kind of see, and obviously I'm biased. I've always loved IFBB and you're a team, so I'm excited for it. But was there any other federations that you thought about, or was it just IFBB?
Yeah, no, only IFBB.
Cool. Just sort of ask that as well. There's other ones, but
I feel like I've got quite high expectations and standards for myself, and I feel like IFBB is where you see the superhumans, and I was like, that's kind of where I want to go.
I get you, babe. I'm with you 100%. It's like Olympia, and it's the other big dog, isn't it? So we want to jump on the other one that's on that level. Did it anything in your mind when WBFF Australia changed to FMG and all that stuff? Were you like, oh, maybe I'll go back to that, or was it just like, nah, what's done is done, they're still affiliated kind of thing, or what was it on that?
So there was a lot of other stuff. So it was not only just that Worlds that happened with WBFF, there was a lot of other stuff that was uncovered as well, as far as shows being rigged. Like, can you imagine spending $20,000 in a 20-week prep for a show that they'd already picked the winner for?
No, it hurts, doesn't it?
So I lost all respect for it. I was like, my pro card is worth nothing to me now. It has no value anymore because of the way that competitors have been treated and the judging has been done. It just means nothing. It's like, I feel like I got it out of a bloody prize, you know?
Yeah, I'm totally sorry about that. And you want to earn it, right? It's such a hard job. You want it to be earned 100%.
And so when I was looking at, like, obviously I still love competing. I love bodybuilding. And I guess my way that I look at my sort of journey with bodybuilding has changed so much from when I first started. So when I first got into the gym, I was really apprehensive about bodybuilding, and that word really terrified me because of what we see of bodybuilders, you know, the old school kind of very terrifying looking people sometimes. And so I really didn't want to associate myself with that. And so I think that's why I was probably drawn to WBFF originally, because it didn't classify themselves as bodybuilders.
Yeah.
But I guess now in my journey, I fucking want to be a bodybuilder.
It's changed.
Yeah, I have so much respect for the sport. I love that it's so like particular with its criteria. I love how like it's literally the hardest thing you will ever do. And I want to be treated like an athlete. I don't want to be treated like a model.
Yeah, okay, cool. That makes sense too. Yeah, because it is like, why not dive into the hard end and the terrifying end? If you've gotten yourself used to the industry, you may as well like, okay, I'm going to go all in.
Yeah, like I'm happy. You can call me a bodybuilder. Go for it.
We will. I will do that now. She's in there. Like I mentioned, there's some other athletes that have gone, like pros that have gone and handed their back their pro card, gone to IFBB. I'm sure you follow them as well. I'm sure we both have chatted about them. But like, for example, Lauren Kelly, if anyone's seen her competing, do you follow those girls and do they inspire you in any way as well? Is it nice to see?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And also Emily Kingbodies and Matt O'Reilly were also hard out WBFF. They changed maybe a year or so ago. So well before this, but they were obviously seeing all the red flags.
Like, get out.
Yeah. Seeing them do their switchover as well was really, inspiring. It's like, hey, look, I can try another federation and still be successful at it, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's not like just jumping on the ship that everyone's on. It's just like just nice to see other people in the same boat that you're just, in the same community. It's just nice.
Yeah.
How's your off season been? Is it like because obviously you've had an off season, but also switching federations. Is it different this time? Like, how's it all going?
Yeah, so I've also changed coaches. So I was with Ali, but I'm now with Asha Colthart, who is a FMG. She's the figure world champ for 5 times. She knows what she's doing, and that has been the biggest game changer for me this off season. Since I've switched with her, has just been like as far as my progress has gone. So yeah, so stoked I made that decision. Food is high. Training is intense, but yeah, I reckon I've grown the most that I ever have in the last 6 months.
I love it. What are you growing? Are you growing in any particular areas or kind of all over? What are your spots at the moment that you're trying to work on?
Yeah, so obviously I was fitness WBFF, which is where they generally just want you to be very muscular. Waist isn't so much of a consideration, whereas because I will now be doing IFBB Bikini, it's very criteria based. Upper body needs to catch up a hell of a lot. I feel like I've got decent development in my legs and glutes, but the upper body just needs to now balance that. So yeah, off season is shoulders 3 times a week, lateral raises, trying to get some delt caps.
So hard. Oh my God, it's a journey, isn't it? Those damn shoulders. What made you choose bikini? Was there any other thought? Were you like maybe was there any other thoughts on those, or were you just like, nah, bikini's the one?
Yeah, I mean, it was looking at the Olympia girls. The bikini was the closest to my physique, and actually the physique that I liked the most as well. Wellness, a few people have said, why don't you do wellness? Realistically, where I want to go with my competing journey is I want to try and push it as far as I can. Wellness overseas, I generally feel like it's very difficult to get there without taking a lot of drugs.
Yeah. To put it simply,
realistically.
It is. It's like a whole nother ball game, right? But like, you look like you do. You hold muscle really well. And we talked about this last time we were on the pod. You're a natural competitor, and like you are so incredibly fit, and you've got so much development on you. So I think people see that you might be able to do both, like you've got something. Whereas other people, it's like, oh no, you're bikini. But for you, it was like, oh, maybe she could do it. But no, bikini, it's still a lot of muscle development, right? You still need
Absolutely. And like, although I look like I've got a lot of muscle, once I actually shred down, because I want to make sure that I push the conditioning as hard as I can to still fit the criteria, my legs will, your legs just, they come in.
You're like, oh, they're huge. Oh, wait a minute.
And I'm not.
Baby.
Yeah.
It's hard. Let's talk about posing. So this is a big one as well. Like, we all think it's, the physique's going to be different, but the posing is so different. We all know what the differences are, I'm sure, if you've seen both feds. But talk to us about your posing journey. How's that going?
It's actually been a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I think with my WBFF posing, I honestly didn't practice too much. I kind of was very free flow, get up there, have fun, smile, look excited. Whereas with IFBB, it's very different. It's bodybuilding posing, and so you need to manipulate your body to show off those muscles the best they can, and it's very still. So there's no covering parts that you're not like swishing through poses. It's like you have to hold that pose and you need to show that physique the best you can. So it's been hard.
It is. It's a lot different, right? But are you enjoying like the differences? A lot of people say it's a lot more strict and they don't enjoy that part. But are you enjoying that part, or are you not so much?
Yeah, no, I do enjoy it. It's another challenge. It's exciting to try something new and feeling like an amateur at it, or feeling like a junior at it. It's really exciting to be like, well, I need to put in some hours, and I need to try and get this as best as I can. There's a lot of spine manipulation.
That low back.
Yeah, my poor back. But no, it's good. I'm loving it so far. I've been working with Ree, and she's been awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
So cool. Breaking it down step by step, basically from the ground up. And I just got to put in the hours.
Yeah, it takes time, right? And this is why we see IFBB athletes always practicing posing, and you see it with the WBF girls too as well. I feel like it's just more hours need to be put in, and it's just still posing, and you're like, how does it take so long? It's just hard, but it's great. You started really early. You've been doing it for a wee while now, so that's been really good to see. And I'm sure, and your posing is, every time I see you doing it, I'm like, damn, it's looking good. So don't think it'll look even better by the time you get to the stage, and like you're fitted and stuff like that too. So it's fun. But how is posing going with Ree? You do it via like FaceTime and stuff? Is it being okay doing lessons like that?
Yeah, it's been really good. We've got a spare room, which I've kind of like taken over as my posing room. So it's been really good. We just do it via Zoom. Super easy. That's on a Saturday morning.
I'm jealous. I want my own posing room in my house, so I can just rough up the floor and whatever, and just get in there and muck it all up. Has there been any cons of changing the federation? Like, has there been anything you're like, oh, this is not so nice? Because surely there's great things and bad things, and it would be the same going either way. But is there anything like maybe the cost is higher, or the bikinis are different, or like anything that just maybe is like,
To be honest, every aspect that I've seen so far has been better for me. One of the biggest things and the coolest things is that I get to stay in New Zealand to compete for the first wee while at least. My friends and family can come and watch me, which is so cool. Whereas when I was competing with WBFF, it was almost impossible for people to fly to the States to come, that's just not realistic. And also I think being able to represent New Zealand is quite cool as well. Like, you actually have some sort of like patriot side to it as well. The cost is so much better.
Oh yes, it's a win.
Significantly. Obviously there's still like ongoing coaching cost, and food and all that kind of stuff is always going to be a given, but bikinis are a lot cheaper, entry fees are a lot cheaper, and obviously travel and accommodation is not really an issue.
Yeah, true, because you can just easily you can just drive anywhere as well. So you're located in Hawke's Bay, my little hometown. Would you go to Wellington, or do you don't care where you go as long as you just like the show fits your schedule? Or what would you go closest to you maybe?
I really don't care where I go. I would even go South Island if I had to. I want to get as many shows under my belt as I can.
I reckon you should do Tournament of Champs. I reckon you should just pop that one in there for like the maybe list, because it's just such a great show, babe, and it's like so well run. And I talk about it all the time, and it sounds like I'm so biased, but Shane just like loves to make it special, and it's just like theatre vibe and just beautiful. So just something to think. And Palmy is
close.
Close-ish, yeah, it's not too
Close.
much.
Yeah.
Then you want as much stage time, but just have a little look at it when it comes out. I can't wait for the calendar, and we'll see how it'll end, but it's all speculation as to what we'll do.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see. Everyone will let you know. How does it feel being an amateur again? Is it weird, or is it kind of like exciting because you've got that whole journey to go through, or is it a bit like, oh my god, I'm overwhelmed, and like that kind of feeling?
I actually really like it. It's really exciting, and it's another whole challenge because it's like I actually get to, I feel like with the WBFF, because I won my pro card in my first show, I think I said this in my last podcast, I didn't really like that I won it on my first show because I didn't feel like I worked for it. Whereas now, because you can't win a pro card until you've done at least one show, it feels like you've earned it a little bit more.
Yeah. And like it's hard, right? Yeah. You see these New Zealand girls going back and going back and going back and going back, finally getting it, and it just seems a little bit harder, but maybe, I don't know, there's so many competitors in the other federations, it's hard to pick a winner, I suppose, on the day.
Yes.
Did you make it to any shows last season to watch them live in person, and which ones did you go to?
Yeah, so we went and we drove up to Nationals and watched that.
Which was did you enjoy it?
Yes, I loved it. It was a real eye-opener because I've never even watched a show before. That was the very first show that I ever watched. And it was really good. It was really well run. It was a bit intimidating watching the girls or the competitors, because I was like, wow, it's very spotlighted on you. Previously my shows is like there's lots of people walking and like constantly moving, whereas with this it was like you're in the middle and guess what, everyone's watching you.
Yeah, it's scary, but that's quite cool as well, though, because you do all that, you spend all that money and you spend all that time, like, okay, it's my minute, so you'll just watch. It's quite nice. And then the comparison rounds, it's all quite similar but still quite different from what you're used to. Hey, so it's just nice to get a feel of what you're going to be doing, and see the best of the best in the country compete against each other. What did you think about Rochelle, our overall winner in our pro card physique winner? Have you seen her bits of her journey over the
I mean, for me, she was like clear winner, obvious, like stood up there and was like, she should be number one. She looked absolutely amazing. She looked super strong, super healthy, super fit. She nailed the criteria, I think.
It's beautiful to see her win. It's a hard-earned win for that girl, so it was cool to see. And did you watch any of the bits of the girls in Hawaii as well? And what do you think about them over there?
I did, yes. It was so cool to watch them, as like the little bits. I saw the bits that you put up. I was like, thank you for someone reposting it.
I was trying to find
that was so cool to see. It was super exciting, and Kate and Amy just did absolutely incredible. I cannot believe they both got top 10. Well, I mean, I can believe it, but like that's amazing.
So hey, standing up there rubbing shoulders with Olympians, one place away from an Olympia invite.
I know. Yeah.
Really inspiring. It's really good to see, like, for everyone going into holiday season and stuff. It's like, okay, we'll keep on track, because if we do, that's somewhere we can end up, And just one more show that you might have. Oh, did you watch Olympia? And what did you think about Olympia Bikini?
I watched little bits of it. I think, Jen looked amazing. I thought Maureen looked really good too. I think that would have been pretty close. I liked Maureen's fullness and her delts and her glutes. She's really like poppy. She looked really good. Laura Lee looked really good as well. I quite like her physique.
Do you have a favorite? Who's your favorite Olympian, if you had to pick one, like that you like to follow, or you just like their physique maybe?
Probably Jen.
Nice. She's beautiful. And she's got a YouTube channel, and she posts all the time, and she seems so lovely, like very kind and like humble. So it's like a good representative. But it's just kind of cool to see the Olympians, even though they're way, but it's just good to have that in your mind, because that's the top. So it's just fun.
Exactly. That's what we kind of need to model our own physiques off.
Exactly. Same as every other federation, is there's always a top that you want to look at and aim for some degree. Should we play a little game of this or that?
Yeah, go for it.
We already know you, but we're going to go through a little bit more and to see what you're about these days, because it might have changed. Who knows? All right, squats or hip thrusts?
So I would normally have said squats, but I'm not doing any squats anymore. Change of program, change of federation. So no more squats. So I'm going to have to say deadlifts. I mean, hip thrusts.
The glutes are where it's at. Yeah, cool, nice, babe. Shoulders or back day? Shoulder day.
Shoulders.
Yeah. We just talked about this, like the lat raises. Oh my God. What weight are you up to with your lat raises if you're doing them that often? Are you getting
so I can do, I think I did 14 or 16 kgs for a single arm.
Oh, what? I've only ever got up to 10 and they're like not great. So I'm like,
I know. I used to cap myself at the 1 to 10 kg things, and then I did a PT session. And he's like, try the 12, and I was like, oh, like, but actually, when you like break down those barriers of where you think your strength is capped at, that's where you will grow. So I tried the 12, and now here I am. I can rep 12 for like 10 reps now.
I'm gonna do that, babe. I'm gonna do
that. Just like
2. Yeah,
just start with 2. I mean, I started with 2 of the 12 kgs, and I was like, that's fucking heavy. But yeah, but you can do it.
Yeah, I love that. It's good. You're so strong. Sweet or savory for your post-show treats?
Oh, I'm a sweet tooth.
Yeah, same, babe. Yeah, what is it, like donuts, or is it like lollies or something?
I think it's lollies.
Yeah.
The last few years has been lollies, and then I felt terrible after.
Like really good, really bad. It's worth it. We enjoy the endorphins. Jean Dory or Ashley Kay? Ash Kay was 3rd place, but
yeah.
Who do you think? Sorry, babe.
Probably Jen.
Yeah, I'm with Jen too. Yeah.
Who's Ashley Kay? I keep trying to find.
She's the long black-haired one with a green.
Yeah. But how old is she? Because she's been
how old is she? Oh,
she's been competing for years.
She has been for years. She's in her like mid to late 30s, mid-30s, I think, mid-30s. But she won't be any older than that. But I know 43, 40, 44 or something wins now. Pro show wins. Chick needs a fucking day off.
I reckon.
But she won't do it, so that's fine. Long black or a latte?
Latte.
Yeah, nice. Do you go to black coffee like later in prep, or do you not? Nah, nice, babe. She can afford it with the calories she's on at the moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to find ways to get calories in.
More sugar. Sugar. Oh my God. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and you're from Australia, you got to have a dog down there.
I'm not a cat person.
Oh, really? They're boring.
I just don't like them. I think they're so selfish.
They are, though. They are little narcissistic cats, but they're cute. Winter prep or summer prep? For like the shred part, you know, like the last 20 weeks.
Dieting.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done both. Yeah. So winter prep is good because there's not many social events and it's very easy to just like hunker down, do your work. But the cons to a winter prep is that veggies are very scarce and very expensive in New Zealand. Okay. And also getting steps in is very hard when it's 10 degrees and raining.
100% agreed.
But then for summer, the pros are food's a lot better, weather's a lot better, but there's a lot of social events which you have to either attend and not eat, or bring your own food, or just not attend.
Yeah.
But I think like a spring prep is quite nice.
Yeah, true. And then you're shredded for summer and it's all done.
Yeah.
And it's usually what we do have here, because it's like the end of it's like almost going into summer, so that's perfect timing. Visit Mexico or visit Japan?
Japan.
Oh yeah, nice. Where have you been overseas?
Not too many places. I lived overseas for a little bit, but when I was a kid. Yeah. But I've really only been to Australia as an adult. Oh, I went to Mauritius, which is the middle of nowhere. And yeah, that's kind of it. Haven't really been ventured up past north of the equator. Yeah.
Who knows where you'll end up if you end up being pro shows everywhere. We never know. But Japan might be on the list. I had to put a morbid one in there. You know what I'm like. I did this last time. But spend 48 hours in a submarine or 48 hours in space. Both of them fucking terrify me. Yuck.
I wouldn't do either.
I'd rather just call it a day.
Call it a day. Yeah. No, I literally would. I'd have to pass out before someone got me in one of those vessels.
Just because the sheer panic attack I have. Far out.
We went to the Gold Coast, and my husband convinced me to get on one of the roller coasters. The whole time I was like, not doing that. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I like I'm very rational, but on that roller coaster, I felt like I was going to die. It was horrendous.
You close your eyes and you're like, yeah.
So I'm not an adventure gal.
Well, we'll just skip that one then. She's not doing either of them. Blue bikini or purple bikini? Because I've only ever seen you in green, but if you had to pick out of those two colors, which one would you pick?
Probably purple.
Nice. Have you picked out your bikini for your IFBB comp?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna get a couple because I'll probably do a couple of shows.
Nice.
But no, I haven't got it yet.
Oh, interesting. Have you thought about your colors? Well, I'm not going to ask you, but have you thought about your color? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
And we don't need. No one's going to assume anything. We're just going to see you get on stage. You've got a posing suit. Did you get a posing suit though?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Is that good? It feels nice to wear a proper posing suit. Posing, right? Yeah.
Especially over the glutes, you want that that proper cut.
Yeah, you just want to see how they're actually going to look, right? And just actually make sure it's like, okay, cool, this is it. What about your shoes? What shoes have you got?
I just got some that Kate recommended getting. They're just like the slip-on ones. They haven't got an ankle strap.
Oh, no. And do you find them okay?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any different yet. I might get some ankle strap ones eventually, but yeah, the slip-on ones are fine at the moment. Yeah. It's just nice that they're not so high compared to the WBFF ones, which were like, meh.
Like, how are they doing this? You girls must practice all the time, and you're like, no, just get on the stage, far out. Everyone that goes from the ankle straps to the slip-ons say that they never go back, and I'm like, it just scares me that they make them off, but everyone loves them. So yeah,
interesting. I feel like my toes start to go blue towards the end because there's no circulation in them anymore.
To the bottom, and a little bit of sweat. It was like, oh, lovely. No, it's worth it. Last one for the this or that: leggings or booty shorts.
I have always been a leggings girl, but I'm actually converting into shorts.
Yeah, nice, babe. And it's getting warmer, so it's just like more comfortable. Yeah, nice.
And also, I feel like otherwise I spend the whole time just like pulling them up,
bunching them. Yeah, get the legs out, girl. Get them out. Yeah, that's all my questions for you, honey. I think pretty much. What are you doing for Christmas and stuff? Are you hanging out at home or are you celebrating much? What are you doing?
Yeah. We're hosting this year, so we've got the family coming over. I've got my brother coming from overseas.
Nice.
I'll just be working in between.
Yeah. How's all work going stuff for you, babe? Is it all good down there?
Yeah, good, really good. So I've opened up my own clinic since last time we chatted as well. So that's been very busy. So I've been very, very lucky with that, and it's been awesome.
It's so cool. Tell everyone what you do in your studio, in your clinic.
Yeah, so I do aesthetics, so in cosmetic injectables. I was working at the Casey clinic, but then opened up my own clinic in July. So I've been having my own space since then, which has been really cool. Very, very fortunate to be my own boss. So I can fit my lifestyle around my work, which is quite cool.
Has it been a good change for you? And has it helped with like your prep, being working on your own?
Yeah, totally, because I can, schedule in my training, schedule in my things that I need to do around work, and just
make it happen.
Kind of got that really nice balance now where I get to really focus on the bodybuilding side of things, which is obviously like a huge passion of mine, and then I also get to do the cosmetic nursing, which is another huge passion of mine. So I love it. It's a good balance at the moment.
Yeah, she's got it sorted. And how's coaching going for you too? Are you taking on any clients at the moment if anyone's interested in reaching out?
So yeah, I'm not advertising at the moment, but if people reach out to me, then we can have a conversation about potentially starting. But yeah, it's just I've got a good client base that we're just rolling through that at the moment.
Nice. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, there you go, girls. If you're in Napier or Hawke's Bay area, it's better work. This is your gal right here. And if you're looking at coaching and you want to reach out to Shannon, she's your girl. Reach out, send her a message. But it's been so good to chat. But I just wanted to talk to you about your change and like what you're doing. And I've loved you in both federations. I don't know where you are, but it's just so nice to have you like in the little world that we're in now, and we get to compete.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited. We're heading to Aussie in May to go watch the Australian Season A Nationals. So I cannot wait to go and see that as well, because it'll be really cool to go see the New Zealand and the Australian Nationals then.
Yeah, they're great shows, but you're gonna love it, and it's just gonna be a bigger vibe, and it's just good to get out there and see what the other countries are doing, so you can bring that back here and it's top tier. That's a good way to do it. Yeah,
100%, yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, we'll be watching your journey. Everyone go check out Shan's page if you want and follow her along. She's pretty transparent with your posting and stuff, which I love. Anyone has to be, but I just love it when people are, because it's so realistic. And it's just fun to watch your journey, babe. So everyone go watch. Keep an eye out for the calendar, and we'll be checking in. Are you going to announce your show maybe when you're sure? See how you go?
I don't know. I will announce it at some point. When I've committed, but I'm just kind of mapping out what the year's going to look like for me and go from there.
And go from there. Yeah, we'll see how we go. But you'll be sure you can see us on stage next year, everyone. Shan will be up there with us. I can't wait.
What show? Are you going to do a regional show, or are you just going to go straight to Mo's?
I want to do the same reason as you, just for stage time, and because I was really nervous in both shows, it didn't change. Like, I was still just as nervous as the first time. So I'll get up in a regional just to like get around the circuit, and then I'll be more ready for nationals, hopefully. But so yeah, might see you at a regional too, babe. Who knows?
Yes,
or I might come watch. It'll be fun.
Amazing, yay.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk soon, okay, babe?
All right.